Our top focus this hour is on the 8th round of India-China talks and yet another attempt to resolve the border dispute at the line of actual control. Corps commander level talks between India and China are all set to take place any time now. The military commanders of both sides will be meeting at the Indian side of Chushul Moldo in eastern Ladakh. India is firm that the onus is on China to carry forward the process of disengagement and complete de-escalation at the friction points. Till date, there have been 7 rounds of talks, but there's been no breakthrough really that's been achieved with regards to the disengagement of troops from the friction points. Winter set in, temperatures are dropping well below zero, and the tense standoff between the two armies continue. Let me take this across to Abhishek Bhalla, defense editor, for more details. Abhishek, we're expecting that the talks will begin any moment now. 9:30 was the scheduled time. But this is the 8th round of dialogue. Do you really see any big breakthrough, any big takeaways, or is this just, the fact that you still have dialogue happening between India and China?
Well, Akshita, the deadlock certainly continues. There is a stalemate as far as the situation in the eastern Ladakh region is concerned. But what the dialogue has ensured is that at least there hasn't been any violence now. Because remember, in the end of August and early September, things had really escalated. There were firing incidents, shots were fired in the air. And it seemed that things will get extremely tense from there onwards. But no untoward incidents since then. But the situation does remain tense because there are places where troops are extremely close to each other from both sides. And India has been insisting, and that's going to be the stand even today, that if at all there has to be a de-induction, it needs to take place across the line of actual control and not just in 1 or 2 places. So India's stand is that a complete de-escalation is what is required to ensure that there is peace, even though China was talking about a piecemeal disengagement in some places, but that's something that India has reservations about. The other important factor now is that temperatures are really dipping in some of the hilltops where there is tension. Temperatures have gone down to -20 degrees. So that's a big factor, a big concern, not just for India, but also for China, because sustaining with a huge deployment of close to 50,000 troops is not going to be easy when the winter gets even harsher in the months of December, January and February.
So the timing of this dialogue is very important because we'll have to see whether that is kept in mind. The fact that there's inclement weather and both armies will have to in fact deal with these challenging circumstances. But Abhishek, I also want to understand from you what the situation right now is. As we discuss, this 8th round of dialogue between India and China, what's the situation at the line of actual control?
Well, Akshita, as far as, the Pangong Lake area is concerned, that's considered the most volatile, even though there is no backing off in some of the other friction points. But the Chinese are there on the ridgeline of Finger 4 area on the north. And when the Indian Army realized that they are not going to budge, the Indian Army in the end of August carried out a counter operation and occupied some of the unmanned heights on the southern side, which, China had opposed. China, in fact, even blamed India of crossing the line of actual control. But India has maintained that it has never crossed the line of actual control. But what's irking the Chinese is that from these hilltops that the Indians have been in occupation of, some of the crucial areas on the Chinese side, especially the Moldo garrison, can be dominated now. And that's something that China felt was tilting the balance in India's favor. And the situation remains exactly the same from then onwards. None of the armies have budged. Troops still remain in close proximity to each other. So it's a stalemate, one can say.
Okay, we'll be tracking the latest updates that come in on those talks. Abhishek, thank you for joining us with all those details.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.